Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. I hope you're doing well. Important news update today. Lots to cover. Gasoline prices hit a record high. Visa and Mastercard prepare to raise credit card fees. Biden signs an executive order regulating cryptocurrency. And in SBA EIDL news, a Georgia man who used COVID relief funds from the EIDL program to buy a Pokemon card is sentenced to prison. I'll keep today's video short. Thanks for tuning in and liking this video so YouTube shows this video to more people, and be sure to subscribe if you're new. A quick update on the EIDL funding countdown clock. I announced this for the first time yesterday. We are counting down how much funding is left in the EIDL pot. We're at $36,413,000,000 and counting. Let's see where it's at in a few minutes at the end of this video. The main point here is to call awareness to the fact that if you're an entrepreneur or a small business owner, you're looking for funding, we want you to be in that funding and growth mindset. If you're looking for funding, particularly the 30-year low interest EIDL loans, and you think you may be eligible for more EIDL funding, for increases, or for reconsideration, we can help you there. To see the countdown, go to helloskip.com/EIDL. You can calculate your EIDL potential. You can click Get Funding Help right above me here and choose the premium or VIP option to talk with someone on our team. We'll help you go after the funding you want and also help you grow your business. So give it a shot. You know, beyond EIDL, there's other SBA programs, there's other low interest loan programs, and there's other grants. We'll tell you about all of those depending on what you need. Let me start with the big news of all. Gasoline price hits a record high, mainly due to the boycotting of Russia, which includes the boycotting of Russian oil and gas exports. That means the world's third largest oil producer, which is Russia, most countries are saying, no, we don't want your oil. That's leading to supply constraints. Millions of barrels per day are now offline, and that's leading to the record price. US drivers are now paying an average of $4.17 a gallon at the pump. Many of you in yesterday's video chimed in on how much you are paying at the pump to fill up your tank. Pretty surprising. Thanks to everyone who chimed in yesterday. Drop it in again today. If you filled up today or yesterday, how much did you pay? I mean, I'm guessing many of you paying $70, $80 plus for your tank of gas, depending on the type of car you have. So if you have an electric vehicle, now's your time to brag about it in the comments. The spiraling cost of filling up a tank adds fresh pressure on American households already dealing with the quickest inflation in decades and could crimp economic growth by curbing spending on other items. You're paying more for gas, less on other stuff. Here's the other factor that's leading to this. It's all supply chain related. Besides not taking Russia's oil supply, the US market has lost about 1 million barrels of daily petroleum refining capacity since early 2020, when it was producing about 19 million barrels of refined petroleum per day. So that's about a 5% reduction in the US's total capacity for petroleum refining. In other economic news, Visa, Mastercard prepare to raise credit card fees. The increases that were delayed during the pandemic mean many merchants will pay more when shoppers use credit cards. Here's a quote from the Wall Street Journal. Though invisible to shoppers, interchange fees, these are the fees by Visa and Mastercard, are a constant source of aggravation for merchants. U.S. merchants paid card issuers an estimated $55.4 billion in Visa and Mastercard fees in 2021. That's more than double the amount in 2012. Merchants pass along at least some of these costs to the consumer in the form of higher prices. We know many merchants in general are increasing prices for consumers due to inflation. Not only higher credit card fees, higher costs for goods and services and labor. According to a Mastercard spokesman, quote, our focus remains on ensuring the safety and security of payments while balancing the interests of all parties. By the way, that's a common argument, the safety and security argument, when raising prices or raising fees. For example, Uber had a trust and safety fee that was widely criticized, and internal documents even said that that was bogus, just a way to collect more revenue for Uber. The other piece of economic news, Biden to sign an executive order regulating cryptocurrency. Here's what's happening. The order is likely to be signed Wednesday, and the order will direct several federal agencies to investigate and develop policies and regulations on digital currencies. It will reportedly outline what the federal agencies, including the Treasury, state, and commerce departments, need to do to develop regulations and policies on the cryptocurrency market. Now, why is this order happening now? Well, perhaps it comes because there are concerns over whether Russia could use cryptocurrency to get around the crushing U.S. sanctions issued in response to its invasion of Ukraine. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said this, quote, "We will continue to look at how the sanctions, the Russian sanctions, work and evaluate whether or not there are liquid leakages and we have the possibility to address them. I often hear cryptocurrency mentioned, and that is a channel to be watched." That's from Janet Yellen. Finally, in today's Who's Getting Prosecuted for COVID EIDL frauds, this crazy story here about someone getting a year and a half in prison for their scheme and buying a Pokemon card. The latest sentencing that was announced yesterday, Georgia man who used COVID relief funds to buy a Pokemon card is sentenced to prison. The sentence includes payment of $85,000 in restitution. The man admitted to lying to obtain a COVID-19 disaster relief loan, then used a large portion of the money to buy a collectible trading card. Vinath Odamseen, 31 of Dublin, Georgia, was sentenced to 36 months in prison after pleading guilty on one count of wire fraud. A quote from a U.S. attorney: "Congress appropriated funding to assist small businesses struggling through the challenges of a global pandemic. Like moths to the flame, fraudsters like Odamseen took advantage of these programs to line their own pockets with a Pokemon card, not a luxury vehicle or a yacht, but a Pokemon card." Keep that in mind. This person had applied to the SBA for an EIDL loan, ostensibly for a, quote, entertainment services business in Dublin, Georgia, that he claimed had 10 employees and gross revenues of $235,000 in the 12 months preceding the COVID-19 pandemic. As a result of those claims, the SBA deposited $85,000 into his bank account, and he later used $57,000 of those funds to purchase a Pokemon trading card. He agreed to forfeit the Pokemon card as part of the prosecution. That's today's quick news roundup. Thanks for tuning in. Here we are in the EIDL funding countdown. You can see how much has ticked off just in the past few minutes. We're at $36,404,000,000 left, approximately in the pot of money, a little over a month, give or take a week or two on either side. Would love to hear what you think about this. Again, plenty of time left. Go take a look yourself, helloskip.com/EIDL. Calculate your EIDL potential or click Get EIDL Funding Help at the top. If you know you need help and you want to quickly reserve a spot with someone on our team, we only have a few spots left this week. You can go directly to helloskip.com/join to reserve a time to talk with us risk-free. Thanks for tuning in and liking this video, subscribing if you're new. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.